when you try to scale a business and when you start a business and start growing it to a certain point, just starting new people, new partners, new vendors, new clients, you need to kind of scale at a certain pace. When you start adding more people and kind of just growing as a business, increasing your revenue, this means that you need to have a reliable way to add additional resources and be able to supply customers and build partnerships and make sure that the brand awareness is in place.
One of the important things that you need to recognize is that in order for you to be recognizable, in order for you to be helpful, you need to stay ahead of your game. Whenever you get invited to conferences, whenever you get invited to different panels or podcasts and so forth, the hosts, the organizers are trying to get to you because you have something to tell. This something to tell is something that is unique, something that is important, something that is relevant and is contributing to the conversation. Unless you are ahead of the game, unless you are innovating, unless you are covering the latest stories, testing the latest best practices or whatever be it, or just experimenting, you're not going to be a topic of attention for very long, or you're just going to recycle the same old stories over and over again.
Once you understand your ideal prospect target audience, and once you understand where they hang out, do whatever you can. And that's why I say quadruple down, not just double down, quadruple down on targeting them, finding them, and making sure that things work. The reason that's super important is because it's going to be real hard to find and identify your real audience, at least for most people, and making sure you find a channel that works and exploiting this channel as best as possible is essentially your best bet to scale down production and reach down more and more prospective customers. For example, what we found for one of our specific audiences is through our network and through consulting and through talking to lots of different people, we found a conference where a good percentage of our ideal prospective customers hang out. It's a very niche conference. It's really hard to find them otherwise unless you're within the circles. And they do have different packages for sponsorship, for webinars, and for other communities. Now, most of those packages cost like 20 grand each or even more. They need to be combined. So it's not an easy feat, or it's not something that's super cheap, but it's extremely important for us to just reach out our target audience, which is why we are embracing the opportunity. So that's kind of one of the things I'm talking about. You don't have to put all of your eggs in a single basket, but at the same time, make sure that whenever something works, you double down, triple down, quadruple down, so it really works. If there is a partnership that works out really well, someone who's sending you the best leads possible, just make sure you work with them, send them referrals, send them leads, try to work on webinar opportunities or something else so that you're, again, as successful as possible.